history, economy, politics, culture, and daily life in one short video. China is one of the largest and most influential countries in the world today, but many people only know it through headlines about trade, technology, or politics. In this video we will take a calm, neutral look at China's geography, history, political system, economy, culture, and everyday life. China is located in East Asia and borders 14 other countries, more than any other nation on Earth. It stretches from deserts and grasslands in the north and west to tropical coastlines in the south. More than 1.4 billion people live here, making China one of the most populous countries in the world. The capital is Beijing, the political center of the country, while Shanghai is the largest city and a major financial hub. Other important cities include Shenzhen and Guangzhou in the south, Chengdu and Chongqing in the interior, and the special administrative regions of Hong Kong and Macau on the southern coast. China's history goes back thousands of years, with dynasties such as the Han, Tang, Song, and Ming shaping its culture and institutions. For much of that time, China saw itself as the Middle Kingdom, a central power surrounded by tributary states. In the 19th century, however, foreign invasions, internal rebellions, and the Opium Wars weakened the Qing dynasty. After the 1911 revolution, imperial rule ended and China entered a long period of civil war and foreign occupation, including the Japanese invasion during World War II. In 1949, after years of fighting, the Chinese Communist Party led by Mao Zedong established the People's Republic of China, with its capital in Beijing. The early decades of the People's Republic were marked by major political campaigns and economic experiments. The Great Leap Forward in the late 1950s tried to industrialize the country quickly but led to famine and hardship. The Cultural Revolution in the 1960s and 1970s attacked traditional culture and many social institutions, causing deep trauma and disruption. After Mao's death in 1976, a new leadership under Deng Xiaoping shifted the country's direction. Beginning in 1978, China opened up to foreign investment, allowed private businesses to grow in certain areas, and created special economic zones along the coast. These reforms gradually transformed the economy. In the late 20th and early 21st century, China experienced one of the fastest periods of economic growth in human history. Hundreds of millions of people moved from rural villages to booming cities, and many were lifted out of extreme poverty. China became a major manufacturing center for the world, producing everything from clothing and electronics to cars and solar panels. It built a vast network of highways and high-speed rail, and Chinese companies began to compete in areas like smartphones, e-commerce, and renewable energy. At the same time, this rapid growth also created challenges, including pollution, income inequality, and pressure on resources such as water and land. Politically, China is a one-party state led by the Chinese Communist Party. There are local elections for some village and neighborhood positions, but the top leadership is chosen within the party. The country is officially described as a socialist market economy. The state plays a strong role in key sectors such as energy, banking, and heavy industry, while private and partly private companies operate in many other areas. The national government is based in Beijing and is organized into institutions such as the National People's Congress, the State Council, and the Central Military Commission. Critics, especially outside China, often point to restrictions on freedom of speech, the role of censorship, and the treatment of minorities as serious human rights concerns, while supporters argue that the political system has delivered stability and rapid development. Everyday life in China varies widely between regions and social groups. In big cities, many people live in high-rise apartments, commute by subway or electric scooter, and use smartphones for almost everything. Mobile payment apps are used for shopping, paying bills, and even buying food from street stalls. Online platforms deliver groceries and meals within minutes. In the countryside, life can be more traditional. Farming remains important, although many young people leave villages to work in cities. Education is highly valued, and students often face strong pressure to perform well in exams that influence access to high schools and universities. Chinese culture is rich and diverse. The standard language is Mandarin, but there are many other spoken varieties such as Cantonese, Shanghainese, and Hokkien. The writing system uses characters rather than an alphabet. Important festivals include the Spring Festival, also known as Chinese New Year, when families travel home, give red envelopes and celebrate with fireworks and food, and the Mid-Autumn Festival, marked by lanterns and mooncakes. Chinese cuisine is famous around the world, with regional styles like Sichuan, Cantonese, Hunan, and Northern noodle dishes offering very different tastes. Traditional arts such as calligraphy, opera, martial arts, and classical poetry exist alongside pop music, TV dramas, online games, and social media. China's growing influence is felt across the globe. It is a major trading partner for many countries and plays a central role in global supply chains. Large projects such as the Belt and Road Initiative aim to build infrastructure and strengthen economic links with Asia, Africa, Europe, and beyond. At the same time, China's rise has created tensions, including disputes over territory in the South China Sea, concerns about technology and data security, and competition with the United States and other powers. International debates continue over how to balance cooperation on issues like climate change with disagreements over trade rules, human rights, and security. For ordinary people outside China, the country can sometimes appear distant or difficult to understand because of language barriers, different political traditions, and limited access to some information. But learning about its history, its rapid changes, and the daily lives of its 1.4 billion people can help make sense of many stories in today's news. China is not just a headline about trade or conflict, it is also millions of families celebrating festivals, students preparing for exams, workers building new infrastructure, and scientists researching future technologies. This has been a quick overview of China as a rising global power. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe for more country profiles and neutral explainers, and tell us in the comments which country or topic you would like us to cover next.